Hey guys, it is Thunder here, and welcome to another new Let's Play. Yes, I know I have a different intro this time around. I'm kind of getting bored of saying how you doing, my name's Thunder, and all that stuff. But welcome to, in the dramatic tone I can do it, Ridge Racer! Remember that? What you may not remember is that you can actually move this little flag around like this. It's kind of, which I think is kind of amusing. Basically, if you hold like the L1 or R1 buttons, or L2 and R2, you can move the thing around like that. I didn't even realize that until recently, so that's something that completely threw me off by surprise. You can also use the X to zoom in like this, and then try and move out. So see, I can have the thing just take up the entire thing, so it looks like this. And you can just tilt it like that too. I never knew that, but that's really cool that you can actually just do that. So, anyway, let's stop fooling around because we got something to show off first. Which, of course, we're going to start. Give me a second, guys. Alright, there we go. So yes, we got the infamous music. Took a little bit to get working with EPSXE. I had to change my my audio plugin, but it's all working great now, so I'm happy. So, you may have noticed at the start of that I was playing the little Galaga mini game, which you get the first loading screen. Now, if you actually beat that, like I just did, you'll get, because normally if you don't, you'll get these 4 cards. You get the FA Racing, or the number 3 FA Racing, the number 4 RT Ryukyu, the number 2 Yellow Solvalo, or the number 12 Blue Solvalo. And then, if you beat the game, you get all these extra cards, the number 15 Pink Mappy, the number 5 Blue Mappy, the number 16 Galaga RT Plids, the number 6 Galaga RT Carrot, the number 18 RT Bosconian, number 8 Nebula's Ray, number 7 Exevius Red, and number 17 Exevius Green. So that's pretty cool. They gave you that you can get those as a little bonus. For the first event, though, I'm going to go with the RT Ryukyu because if you can see, it's got handling and traction like crazy, but it's a bit lower on the acceleration top speed compared to the FA Racing here. But we'll be showing it off because it's, you know, a good way to at least compare the differences for some of the cars. Of course, our first track here is just a simple beginner track where 2 laps, and max speed, it varies on the car. So this car will do around 100 miles an hour for the max speed, but let's just give it a whirl and see how we do here. Okay, so let's see how we get along here. You'll notice the girl that carries the sign. That'll change depending on the track. So since we're on the novice track, we got the novice sign. I have music on random, so it'll just play whatever song it decides to choose. No specifics or anything. And one thing I've already instantly remembered, because it's been a while since I've driven this car, it's got a lot of handling, more than I was even remembering it having. So, but I haven't driven this car in a while in this game, so I guess that has something to explain with it. Basically, you don't really have to drift with this car at all because it'll just grip through the corners enough to get through. Yeah, 98 miles an hour. I think if we use the FA Racing, it would hit 100. But there are certain cars that are slower and certain cars that are faster. Yeah, basically the handling is meant to be a tribute to this car, which is why usually if you're starting the game off, I'd recommend going with that. In the later bits though, it just becomes too slow because whilst it handles really nicely, the speed becomes more of an issue later on in the game, so I would not recommend using this car later on. So anyways, about Ridge Racer, this was first an arcade game released by, of course, Namco around 93, I want to say, probably 93. It was a popular arcade game, and to get some people interested in buying a PlayStation for people who remember this game in the arcade, they decided to bring it over to the PlayStation, and it was actually a launch title for the console over here in 1995. And now the console came out in 1994 in Japan, and I don't know for sure if it was a launch title there. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but you know, I don't really tend to keep track with this kind of stuff. But anyways, So it was interesting because when they brought the game over here, it would be a little bit of loading because, you know, new hardware and not knowing exactly what the PlayStation is capable of, so hence they brought the Galaga thing to pass the time, which is really cool and all, but Namco would later put a patent on it saying that other companies shouldn't really copy that. They want to be the ones who have the mini games doing loading. The only thing was, if they didn't really, their patent was bullshit. Basically, the patent never really was proper because loading games, or load-in games as they were known, had existed prior to Namco jumping in and trying to acquire the patents for it, so it wasn't really genuine, but companies just, I guess, didn't really want to take the risk of going against Namco with it. It was pretty stupid, but honestly, if Namco didn't do that, we'd probably see loading games be commonplace, because especially with some of those games that take a really long time to load. I'm looking at you, certain game I will not mention, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex PS2. You didn't hear that. And this fucking music, man, it's just the most ridiculous thing to listen to hear when finishing. I'm only just showing this off so you guys can listen to it. And I don't remember it just kind of ending like that. I guess maybe, again, it's just been quite some time, so... And yes, even in the top ranking, you can still move this around, which I think is very amusing. Oh, I didn't even know that you could get a replay button. That's the more I'm learning, you know? So anyways, I think what I will do is I'll throw in one more race, and then we'll call the part there. Let's go with the blue Solvalo. I'm going to choose the blue Solvalo for a very specific reason. I'm going to go for mid-level, and away we go. This car is quite a thing to drive. It's not like... It's a little bit different compared to some of the other vehicles. See, the Ryukyu, as you saw there, in the first race, it grips like crazy. It has all the traction in the world, and so drifting isn't really a thing. In this car, you kind of have to drift, or else you're going to basically smack into walls. And I'm going to switch over to... I'm going to keep on the hood view here, or bumper view, so that I can try to see if I can at least get a better feel for the car, so... Seems to be working okay. I know Rhino is about the same way when it comes to this game, but stick with bumper view because he gets a better feel. I think it's working out better for me too, so I might actually stick with this. I know people... God damn it, I know people will want to be able to see the car like this, but... I'd rather stick with... Oh, Jesus. I'd rather stick with what I get a better feel of, and that was just terribly botched. That was awful. Oh man, I need to get used to driving this car. Because I'm just not used to it at all. Also, you can see there's like the little leader thing, and it shows like what the car looks like that is the leader, which I like. Oh, come on, me. I gotta master the art of the drift of the blue Solvalo, because it's not an easy handling vehicle. But that speed though, the speed is what makes it better. Also, you notice Pac-Man and the lights there on the building. Nice little Easter egg, Namco. Well done. There you go. That was good. Oh, Jesus. Well, managed to at least counter, so it kept the speed going. So, no big deal. And thankfully, it did not want to slide on me there. Oh, God! See, here's the thing with the drifting sometimes. When you exit out of drift, the controls will usually tend to lock up for a little bit, I'm noticing. And it's just a little bit of a frustration to, try to get the thing working in your favor, so... Yeah, the drifting is a bit wonky in this game, admittedly, but, you know, what can you do with it, so... Right around there we go. But yeah, now that we're in the lead, we should be okay, especially since I nailed that corner and... Okay, bit of sliding. Oh god, I got really close to the wall there, but I managed to avoid it. Nice. So yeah, this... it took me a couple tries to get this one down because, you know, just trying to get used to the way this car drives is, a bit of a pain, but, you know... Ooh, that was actually pretty well done there, too. So yeah, once you get the hang of this car is so rewarding in the amount of speed that it has. It's the best thing about this car is the speed. And there we go. 46.1 on that final lap. And that wasn't even the best lap. If I were on my complete A game, just having absolutely nailed this car down, it'd be quite a good time. Although to be fair, I guess 46.1 is still a decent time. So yeah, the top ranking thing here, it'll play a bit of an effect later on, but that'll be in the next part from now. So stay tuned for part 2, and as always, thank you for watching, and take care.